Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the extraordinary attorney Woo, which means that I'll be in a mini depression for the next 5 days until the next episode comes out. These are by far my favorite episodes. I look forward to seeing the new episode every week. I'm going to be a little sad when the series ends. We still got, 3 more weeks left? Probably, something like that. See, this was 9 and 10, maybe 4 weeks. Anyways, before we get into whether Attorney Wu's mother is evil or she's just acting out of being scared or being defensive to what she thinks people might be doing to her, let's get into episode 9 first, which was about a guy who basically kidnaps 12 kids, takes them out to the woods, let them have fun out there in nature and play and stuff, and just let them be kids for a while. Because as we see in this episode, these kids are basically trapped in a classroom for 10 to 12 hours a day where they can't leave the classroom, can't even go to the restroom without getting permission. And so he felt like this was very bad for their health and for the kids in general. So he wanted to be able to let them go out there and run around and play. So I was glad that he did get punished for this, because you can't be kidnapping kids and you can't be doing other stuff to kids without parents' permission. If you're here in the States watching this, you'll know what I'm talking about with certain things going on where teachers and schools are doing stuff to kids but telling them not to tell their parents. Anyways, we're not going to go into that. But what his method was very wrong. What you should take away from this is being brave for what you stand up for, what you believe, and not to cower down, and not to cower to back down from what other people say, especially if you believe that you are in the right. If what you're saying is correct, you should stand up for those beliefs and to defend them. However, you need to pick the right methods. You can't be doing stuff illegal like he did and stuff like that. But once you say something or do something that you believe is right and it's within the law, you need to stand up for those beliefs and defend yourselves. Otherwise, people aren't going to take you serious. They don't want to take you at your you're not serious, and that you don't really believe in what you're saying. So that was basically what episode 9 was about. Was this standing up for what you believe in. But I would, like I said, stress again, do it within the law. What that guy did was way out of bounds. If I was a parent and somebody did it to my kid, I would definitely be very upset. And then at the end of episode 9, we get the big reveal that Jun-ho, is that how you say his name, if I remember right, confesses that he does like Attorney Woo, which kind of leads us into episode 10, which is about a guy being charged with rape because he had sex with a woman who has a mental disorder, and so people are saying that she wasn't able to, because she has this mental disorder, she wasn't able to, be able to give consent, and that he took advantage of her mental disorder, which leads to Attorney Wu's and her relationship with Jun-ho. I hope I'm pronouncing that guy's name right, because her with autism, and we see that there in this episode. It kind of leads to them having some weird encounters with his friends, who thinks that he's just being nice to her because she's got this handicap and such, and both of them know that this is going to be a tough relationship because of this perception that she's an autistic person and he doesn't have autism, and that maybe it would be to a case where people think he's taking advantage of her, that he's just being her boyfriend because he's being nice and such. But for those of us who's watched every episode, we know that this is a mutual feelings that they have for each other, and so it's going to be interesting where they go with this relationship further. Like all these romance things they have in these shows, eventually they'll break up for a little bit and probably get back together in the end. This is how these South Korean shows go. See what else. Also, we see that Woo introduced Attorney Choi, I think that's how you say her name, to her bearded friend, and that date did not go very well. I wonder if there'll be more to that. It kind of ended kind of quickly. She kind of shut him down pretty fast. I mean, he was doing some what do you call them? Some dad jokes, you know. His sense of humor wasn't really landing on her, but she did kind of give up a little bit too fast, I would think. You know, he was nervous, so I wonder if they'll go back to that. It also makes me wonder if the guy that she ended up with at the club, if he'll be somebody who takes advantage of her, kind of going with the theme of what's going on in episode 10. You know, you don't have to have a mental disorder to be fooled into somebody loving you. And in episode 10, we know that I'm pretty sure that the guy really did have feelings for the girl and such. I mean, I feel that way, but you know, it's because of that perception of society that can't happen. It's the reason why he got punished and got sent to prison for, I think, 2 years or something like that. See, and then I guess that's basically going to lead us to the end of episode 10, as you see in the background here, where Woo's mother visits her father, and that's pretty selfish of her, I would say. But I wonder if it's her being selfish, or if it's her thinking that her father and Attorney Han's out to get her and to destroy her career type of thing. Because at the end of episode 8, it did seem like she was sincere, that she really did want to be close with Attorney Woo. And then in this one, she's just trying to, you know, get rid of him again, trying to get him out of the country. You know, she's offering her a job as attorney, but in the United States type of thing. But I wonder if that's because she thinks these people are trying to destroy her career, or if she's really just being selfish. I think it's because, man, my personal belief in this, trying to think this off of my head, is she's probably being a little selfish, because the encounter she's had with Woo, she knows that Woo's not like the kind of person, and that she actually liked being with her. You know, she had a good time, you know, chatting with her on the trees, about the tree. And then the encounter they had at the cafe, she said it was nice to meet her. But so I think she really likes Woo, but maybe she doesn't trust the dad and Attorney Han, and thinks that they're teaming up to destroy her. And I don't think that, I know for a fact the dad doesn't want anything to do with that. And I really don't think Attorney Han is, the CEO Han is going to be that type of person either. But we do see that there is somebody investigating her, trying to get on her past. And of course we got that Attorney Kwan guy. You know, he's always trying, he has it out for Attorney Woo for some reason. And so we see him cooperating and trying to do some investigating himself on what's the relationship between Woo and Attorney, what's her name, Tae-oh? Is it Tae-oh? Or, you know, Attorney Woo and her mother, and trying to connect those dots. Really don't like Attorney Kwan at all. He's kind of like a weasel type of guy. And, you know, he's very bad. He's a very bad dude that, you know, that's the reason why I guess in college they called him the tactician. Somebody will stab you in the back for his own personal gain, and that seems like what he's doing right now. But that's about it. So I think she's doing it for more of self-defense and not so much of being malice. But it's coming off like she's very selfish. And we see that from the flashback we had, we see how selfish she is for her own personal gain kind of thing. But because she's selfish, she thinks people are out to get her. So in a way, I would say she's evil. And I like how the show, like, this is like one of those plot points, but it doesn't stay on it. It's like like the last 5 minutes of every episode, it touches on the relationship between, you know, who's Woo's mother, how's that going on, the relationship with, like, how does CEO Han's relationship with them, how does that pan out and stuff like that. So I like how they spend 4 or 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure there at the end we're probably gonna have a whole episode focused on this plot point. You know, it has to come to a conclusion. You know, so might be a big court battle or something, but we'll see how that pans out. I know this is a very popular show. It's even right now it's ranked number 9 in the United States on Netflix, which is great. No idea how it's doing in South Korea. I'm pretty sure it's probably doing good there. When you go on YouTube, you find a bunch of people making videos about this. For me, I got like an itsy bitsy titsy witsy channel, and when I put these videos up, I get a lot of views. For me, anyways. So I know a lot of people like this, and I enjoy talking about it. So if you have any comments about what you think about this relationship between Woo, her mother, and her father, and Tae-oh Han, and where you think it's going to go, please leave them below. And hopefully you guys have a great day. Until next time, bye.